This is Roger from Showbiz Support, and I will show you Step 7, Allowances. Now, if you're zoomed in to the screen like I am, you don't see the allowances as easily, but you can use this little function called Page Down. And now we're here at the allowances. Now, the latest version of the program actually has 5 of the 6-string chart of accounts that you will need. So you have episode, you have detail, subset, and free. This is new in the program. So these are literally overrides in the account structure to the labor account up above. So the program automatically uses this as a daily function. So if I go in here and I put in, let's say $15, it's a daily function. So now if I go hit Page Up and hit Magic Pay, I have now paid 5 days at 15 for $75. Well, what if you want to cap that? I can actually go in here and I can say it's a $60 amount, and I hit weekly, and now when I hit back up and hit Magic Pay, it is now a flat 60 amount. Sometimes people will ask, well, why do you have the box up here as well as down below? Well, if you want to go ahead and you want to split it episodically, say like $15 a day, and you want those episodic splits, then do it up above. If it doesn't matter to you, then just go ahead and do like I did below. Now, 3 things to note about this section. Weekly is what I just showed you. You want a flat amount, a flat weekly amount. By default, they are non-taxed. So if you want to tax them, click on Taxable and hit Magic Pay again, and now it's taxable. If you do not want to pay it for 1 week, there's a good reason for that. Say, for example, a locations manager. When you're on production, they get their box rental, but on a non-production week, they do not. So every time you hit Magic Pay, this is going to come back and pay. Well, I don't want to pay it this week. So I can say it's a suppress function. Do not pay for this particular time card. So I click that, Page Up, and there we go. It suppresses that amount. In fact, you're probably going to want to make a note here on the time card. Do not pay box rental because it's a non-production week. All right. There are other allowances in here. In fact, there's one that's a fillable allowance. You can actually go in here and type whatever you want. Cell phone, for example. I can put whatever account code I want to or not. Again, it will use the one above. I'll put in my account code here. Again, subset or free if you want to, but again, it's a daily function. But in this case, I'm just going to say, you know what, we get a $50 flat amount, and I want to hit back up to Page Up and hit Magic Pay. And there we go, a $50 flat amount. We have insurance, we have mileage. Now the mileage is slightly different in the fact that you put your account code in there, but the difference is this. You want to put the amount of miles that you want to pay them and the allowance per day. So in other words, if we say it's 50 cents a mile, there's a function. Either you click here and you can actually enter episodically how much you want to actually, how many miles. So if I could say, you know, it's 10 and 10 and 10, oops, 10 and 10 and 10 for a total of 50 miles. Back to the card. Now I actually hit Magic Pay, and now I have mileage. Again, it's non-taxable, but it's 50 cents a mile for $25. Now, I can do other things as well down below here. There's meal money, there's production fees and extended days. Watch our DGA tutorial for that. There's per diems, taxable, non-taxable, and there's also an advance. So what you can do here is, again, put your accounts that you want to put in here. And again, you can do both taxable and non-taxable. You just have to tell the program how much. We'll say it's 10 per day and 15 per day. Again, that will change based upon your area. And then that's the amount of money. And if I hit Magic Pay, now I'm going to pay out per diem for each day that they actually worked in the program. Now, if I want to, say for example, I'm paying it through AP and I want it to wash through payroll, I can do that too. I just want to go ahead and I want to put in probably my clearing account, right? I'll put that in there. It'd be a per diem clearing account that I would put in there, and then just say auto. And what that does is that just essentially it pays the same amount in the time card without actually, because you gave it to them in cash, right? So what we did is we have the two debit lines and a credit line. So essentially it's washing. That full amount is washing through the payroll, making a notation that you paid them another way. So that's a nice function if you need that as well. There's also salary advances. Well, if you need salary advances, you can enter that in as well. There's also a holiday and vacation. One thing to take note of holiday and vacation, it'll do flats and or hourlies. Just make sure you enter the account information that you want to. Make sure that you enter the percentage of how much you're paying them. 4 or 5% is their holiday or vacation, depending on, again, this is negotiable. It is different for each guild, and it can also be used for non-union people as well. But beware that if you're dealing with hourly people, if they have a guarantee, does that guarantee include time and a half, and possibly even double time? Make sure to do that. And also for union as well, if you do have daily minimums, make sure to put those in as well, and you will pay it properly. And that is the allowances section.